Hello, community. Let's talk about the end of the New 52 and the universe post-Convergence. As many of you may already know, the New 52 is officially ending with the event Convergence, which is reuniting a lot of different timelines into the mix. It also putting a lot of different incarnations of characters together. That's a pretty cool premise. But what happens to the New 52? Well, when the reboot / relaunch started in September of 2011, the New 52 gained a lot of attention from different people, including me, because it offered a lot of different genres. There was your horror comics, supernatural comics, comics for a younger audience, and science fiction, sci-fi comics. Yeah, there was a huge lot of variety. So it was a pretty exciting time for these reviews. The problem is that when time passed, sadly, the New 52 started to lose its steam. DC was not as willing to experiment with their brand. There were several editorial mandates and change with the elections that affected the line. But still, the New 52 really reinvigorated the whole industry. For example, Marvel was forced to compete with the New 52, and for that reason they launched a lot of new titles for different genres too. Some of them are my favorites, for example, Miss Marvel, Silver Surfer, Loki Agent of Asgard, currently Ant-Man, among others. Yeah, overall, the New 52 was pretty successful. Sure, it had its flaws, but it gained a lot of attention. And for me, that's the best thing that could happen. But what happens to the universe post-Convergence? You see, the DCU is apparently not going to be rebooted, but it's getting a whole new lot of variety. It's probably the most exciting time to be a DC reader since the beginning of the New 52. For example, there are once again a lot of different titles from different genres. There's, for example, Cyborg, which is written by David Walker. I don't really know much about David Walker's story, but I'm glad that Cyborg wrote his own title. It was about time. And it's also written by Ivan Reyes, who is famous for his work in Green Lantern, Aquaman, and Justice League. He's one of the best pencilers in the industry. And I'm glad that a character like Cyborg got his kind of style. The art work alone. However, I must say that my most anticipated title is Bear Canary, because it's written by Brendan Fletcher, you know, the co-writer of Batgirl and the co-writer of Gotham Academy. Fletcher really knows how to, let's say, put a unique touch in his titles, and he must already get Dinah's voice right. At least the kind of Dinah who is appearing currently in Batgirl, and I really love that personality, so that's good for me. I suppose it will get your typical kind of hipster style, but for me it's okay. I'm not offended by it. Oh, and there's also Harley Quinn Power Girl, which is written once again by the team of Jimmy Palmiotti and Amanda Conner. And that's an instant buy for me, because I love it, the thing of what happened in her own title. Oh, and also Starfire, which is once again written by Jimmy Palmiotti and Amanda Conner. But they also bring Emanuela Pacino, who is one of the best pencilers in the industry. Her style is really beautiful, and I think it will fit start a character like Starfire perfectly. And if they bring their typical humor, it will be cool. And also title for the title Midnighter, mostly because what it represents. You see, Midnighter is gay, so that would mean that it will be the first, at least as I can remember, it will be the first DC title that is featuring a gay character, a gay male character. That would be pretty progressive. I'm also interested in the title Press, which is written by Matt Russell. I don't know much about Matt Russell, but he's apparently a cartoonist. But I have heard about the premise of Press. It was a character who was created in the Bronze Age. It's a teenage kid who got elected president. And such premise is interesting enough for me. But the difference here is that this Press is a girl who got elected in Twitter. And that's once again pretty cool for me. I'm pretty excited for that. There's also Batmite by Dan Jorgens. As I said before, Dan Jorgens is not really one of my favorite writers. It's okay. He is okay. He's not bad, but he's not good. But he's not the kind of okay like Tony Vera, who is plain boring. He at least can get a bit of fun. And I suppose he's more, let's say, old school style of writing will fit Batman perfectly, considering that, well, he most likely will break the fourth wall. Which other one? Let's see. And obviously Green Arrow. Oh god! I'm so glad that Chris Bear is not going to write Green Arrow anymore. I love this announcement just for that. Chris Bear really did it again. I mean, he wrote once again one of the worst Green Arrow runs of all time. He did it twice. That's quite an accomplishment. But anyway, it's written by Ben Percy, who also wrote a story in Detective Comics. That story it experiments with a lot of themes, but as a story itself, it's nothing special, but he at least has a kind of style, which is green and gritty, which apparently can fit Green Arrow. But speaking for me, I don't really like my green and gritty style that much in Green Arrow. It works okay if they pull it correctly, like Lemire, but I would prefer if it was a mix of different tones, you know, light-hearted, adventurous, etc. But the most exciting thing about this is that it's going to be drawn by Patrick Zircher, who is a fantastic artist. He has drawn a lot of wonderful stories, at least in 1952. There's also Secret 8, which recognizes the talents of Garth Ennis and John McCrea, who were responsible for Hitman, which is one of the best series from the 90s. It was wonderful. It had a lot of heart. The section is about a group of superhero parodies. You know, there's Sixpack, who is a wrong superhero. There are also several ridiculous things like a French parody. Well, I hope they replace that the French parody because it's a bit offensive. I think I'm missing some currently, but there are really a lot of titles I'm excited for. And believe me, I'm glad that DC is willing to experiment once again, because the line was getting a bit external. I honestly hope that this can be the whole industry again.